Story time on when I realized my best friend hated me the entire time we were friends. And we were friends for 5 years. Part one. Okay, y'all, so this was my girl. I had ended up meeting her through a mutual friend and we just clicked. Like, we were really, really cool. That was my girl. And I don't know, we just developed a friendship over time. We would literally hang out all the time. I would literally go to her house every day. I would see her every day. We developed a whole relationship. I knew her mom like the back of my hand. She knew my mom. Like, we were locked in. I would say everything was pretty cool. Like for the fifth year is when we stopped being friends. But them 4 years, the 4 years leading up to the fifth year, I feel like it was pretty cool. Now I did notice some things about her that I didn't like, but that was my best friend. And one thing about me, I'm super loyal, so I'm not gonna stop being friends with somebody when I lock in with them. If I don't know, like back then, my love was just real.
That was your
real.
cue to pay attention,
So
sis. Okay.
it took a lot for me to stop loving you when I already started. Now I will say I want to go ahead and point out that there's some things that this girl didn't like about me that she used to like publicly express to me when we got into an argument or something, and it was that she thought I was bougie. For some reason, she always made bougie comments like, "Oh, girl, you bougie," or "da da 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 bougie," and I used to just be like, "Girl, I'm not that bougie." But even if I was, like, do you like what's to you? But anyways, even though she would make weird comments like that, we were still very much best friends, and we had each other back, like for real, for real. If anything happened, we were there for each other. Like we didn't play about each other. So this is when things started to get strange. So I noticed that she started getting really cool with this other girl. She started developing a real good friendship with somebody outside of me, which I don't care. I'm not a jealous friend. Like if you got other friends, that's fine. We're not in a relationship romantically, so I don't care. If you got other friends, cool. But you know how you can tell when you meet somebody, you can tell that they already have like a preconceived perception of you before you actually get to know them. And based off of what the person they already know has told them, that's the kind of vibes I was getting. I was feeling like she was getting to know me on one tip, but then also she kind of already had something in the back of her head about me, which I had no idea what it was. And me and my best friend was really cool. Like we was like this. We was real tight, but then we still had differences about each other that weren't quite like cohesive. Like I still had my own mind at the end of the day, even though I was a sucker. Like I gave people too much grace and too much love. Even though I let her get away with a lot of stuff, I still had my own mind, and there was certain stuff I just wasn't doing. So, and I think that's something that she didn't like too. I feel like she was a control freak. Like if you didn't do exactly what she was doing, she would think that you thought you were better than her, which was weird to me because it's like, no, girl, I just have my own mind. I don't think there's nothing wrong with what you're doing. If that's what you want to do, I'm gonna still be your best friend. I'm gonna still be here for you, but that doesn't mean that I have to do what you want me to do. So this particular friend that she started getting close to, they were more similar in like other aspects. Like for example, I ain't gonna lie, she was a party girl. Like she used to be outside, she liked to party or whatever. And I'm not finna sit here and act like I was no saint. Like I partied too, but there was certain stuff I wasn't doing. And no tea, no shade. I didn't even never judge nobody for certain stuff. Because when I went to high school, there was some stuff. It wasn't just, there was a lot of people that was doing a lot of stuff. But I had my boundaries of what I was and what I was not doing because I knew myself. And that's just what it was. I never judged nobody for what they did, what they chose to do, but I knew what I wasn't doing. So anyway, it started to get to a point where you can tell she would kind of prefer to be with this girl instead of us. So I feel like our relationship started dwindling down a little bit. And also around this time, I started hearing some things. So I'm gonna just tell y'all what I heard. So I had another girl that we were actually mutual friends with. She was no longer her friend. And we weren't really that close, but we were close enough for her to like confide in me and tell me something that she had to tell me. And she told me that she heard or she knows that my best friend has been talking about me behind my back, like saying bad things. I don't even know what things were said. I'm gonna get to that, but I just know that some bad intentions and some bad things were being said about me. And yeah. Oh yeah, and I just thought about it, and I just want to make this quick point. It just kind of came back to me. The reason why she was probably calling me bougie was because I wasn't doing certain stuff that she was doing. That's probably where that bougie comment kept coming from. So anyways, like I said, y'all, I used to be passive aggressive when I was younger. Like I would take a lot, and not say nothing. Now, I'm not saying I didn't feel no type of way about it. I just want to speak on it because I didn't like confrontation. I had dealt with a lot of confrontation in my younger years, and I just didn't like it. And I definitely didn't want to deal with confrontation with somebody that I love so much, that I already, developed a trust for. So I'm not gonna lie, I didn't end up telling her what I heard. I just kind of let it roll off the shoulder. And also, I be feeling like people be trying to be messy too. Like I thought it may have been a situation where the girl that told me that information was being messy because she wasn't friends with her anymore. So I'm like, I don't know. Like, this is my best friend. Like, we still locked. Like, I don't know if she'll be talking about me. Like, I didn't believe it. Yes, I saw weird stuff going on, but I also just know that that's her. Y'all know when y'all best friends with somebody, you just know their personality. And you're just like, whatever. But I definitely was writing stuff off, but I didn't believe that she was full blown talking crap about me. Like I didn't believe that, or at least I didn't want to believe that. Cause so anyways, I just didn't say anything to her about it. I just kind of let it roll off the shoulder. So I was like, whatever, like, but I did keep it in the back of my mind, as anybody should. I was just like, you know, that's when my antenna started going up. Like, all right, maybe you should start paying a little bit more attention to this friendship, because something's going on, some weird stuff is going on. So I'm not gonna lie, I left an important fact out, and I didn't want to talk about it because this whole thing was just like, I just can't believe that it happened. But also it was a clear indication of what kind of character I was dealing with when it came to her, and I ignored that too. So I'm just telling y'all what it was. So before she started getting really close, remember how I said she had already met a girl that she was getting close to? When she started getting into the preference phase, like she would rather be with the other girl than me, it was because of one thing. I felt like that it was because of one thing, and she made me feel bad about it. Like, I'm not gonna lie. So she, like I said, this girl would like to be outside a lot. And I had a job, and I was working a lot. I've been working since I was 16. I was working a lot. Like, I always was at work. I would turn up too and have a good time too, and drink too, and have, you know, I was being young. But I had a job, and I made sure I wasn't putting nothing over my money at the time, because yeah, I always been that. But this girl, I would know, my best friend, I would notice like she would quit her jobs or leave her jobs hanging or like neglect her responsibilities to go and have a good time, and I just wasn't on that. So one time she came to me and she told me, y'all could tell me if I was wrong for this or not, because I don't know. Still to this day, I don't know. She came to me and she asked me to take care of her light bill. And I told her no, because I was like, you've been going outside, you've been neglecting your work, you just had a job, you just quit, you know, for no reason. Why should I pay for your bill when you're not taking care of your responsibilities? And that's just real. Like, I would go through periods of times where I would be a pushover for her, and I would do what she wanted me to do. But there was times where I was standing on business like, no, this ain't right. Like, and what I look like what am I to you? And lo and behold, when I started saying no to her, her energy shifted towards me. And it was just kind of like she treated me kind of like I didn't really I didn't really love her. I didn't really mess with her for real, because I didn't come through on his favor, which is very narcissistic and manipulating. But y'all let me know if I was wrong for that, because it's like, no girl, like, go to work. Like, I'm your best friend. I got you. If you really needed it, if you've been working, you needed the bread, you know I got you, because she know I have a giving heart, or she wouldn't been asking me in the first place. But like, don't take advantage of me. So I started peeping, like God started opening my eyes, like this girl might be taking advantage of me. But come for part 2, y'all.
What y'all think? Y'all think she was wrong? Hell no, she wasn't wrong. Now, it's different if you trying or you making an effort, but you quitting your job just to go party and then want me to pay any bill of yours is crazy. If you don't have it for a different reason, that's completely different. But if you're out here neglecting responsibilities purposely, no, it's not my job to cover you, and I'm not going to cover you. That's just what that is. We are all grown and we are all adults, okay? A real friend wouldn't even expect you and put those type of stipulations on y'all friendship.
Story time on when I realized my best friend hated me the entire time we were friends, part 2. So yeah, I left off on when she wanted me to pay her bill and she got mad at me when I didn't, and I'm just like, yeah. So that whole thing happened. That's when she started really hanging out with the other girl more than me, and yeah. So stuff started getting real bad, y'all, in our friendship. I feel like she was just at her all-time rude as hell to me. Like she. Like the stuff that she would do and say sometimes when she got upset was crazy and unacceptable. But like I said, y'all, I'm like really, I be loyal to the soil, too dang loyal to the soil, that I allow a lot of stuff. And this is when young Jada was like getting into makeup. So I was starting to do my own makeup when I was like, I started really liking makeup. I think I was like 17, 18. That's when I started really getting into makeup. And I used to go to her and I used to tell her like, friend, you know, like, I want to be a makeup artist. Like, I want to do makeup. And she would say stuff like, oh, I don't need makeup. Oh, I don't have to wear that. And why you got all that makeup on? And like, she would just be like, starting to be just mean to me, like rude to me. And it really, mind you, this is 5 years of us being friends. This is 5 years in. She started being real ugly towards me and saying hating. So I'm not cussing, y'all. I'm intentionally not cussing. So yeah, but she would just say hating stuff towards me, and I'll just be like, I would let it roll off the shoulder. Like I said, I was being passive, but stuff was piling up and building up. So yeah, time was just going on, and I realized that she was just really becoming so rude, so ugly, so nasty towards me. Like the love was no longer there. Like she just didn't like me. Like it was just at the point where I really just don't think she liked me. So yeah, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, at this point, I'm starting to be hurt. I'm starting to get hurt, like, cause it's starting to sink in, like, okay, y'all are about to, like, no longer have a friendship. Like, she obviously is switching energy towards you. Like, it's pretty much going to be wrapped. So that started to really, really hurt my feelings because, like I said, this was my girl. And also, I let it go on for so long because there was periods of time, you know, like any textbook narcissist, they would come through and be like, show you that they really care about you and they really love you at times. And then they'll also do terrible, terrible things towards you. So you don't know, like, if you're in a space where you can't differentiate the two, you're gonna hold on longer than you should. And that's what was happening. Like, there was time periods where she really showed up and showed me that she was a friend to me, like she actually really loved me. But then there was times that she showed me like very unacceptable stuff, just like just like she did when she was not supporting me, saying hating stuff. First of all, the bougie comments would have been it, because it's just like, you basically saying you don't like my personality. You basically saying like you don't like my personality. That's basically what you're saying. And also, you know, when you just will get a shirt off your back for somebody, like, I had that kind of love for her, so it was really, really hard to accept. Like, y'all, JD, you gotta wake up. Like, you gotta let this go. But I still did it, y'all. I still was friends. I still was letting stuff roll off the shoulder. I still was, you know, sticking beside her.
And that's what you're gonna settle for.
I'm gonna stick beside him.
But this is when we're getting to a point now. This is when I finally realized that everything that was happening was true. Everything I was hearing was true. And this is when I finally figured out her character. Let me tell you what happened. Okay, so one night we're on the way to her house. I had a car, so we were in my car. So we were on the way to her house. She was into it with her mom really bad. So they were arguing really, really bad. And but she had to stop by the house to get something because we were going to another friend's house after. So we stopped by. But when we stopped by and we walked inside, she into it with her mama bad. Like they going back and forth. They arguing really, really bad. They into it. And I was starting to feel uncomfortable. I'm like, maybe I should go sit in the car. But honestly, this stuff happened so fast. Like, so as they were getting into it, we're about to leave. Now she's like, oh yeah, let's go, Jay. Let's just go. Let's go. We out of here. We finna go. We leaving. Then why her mama come out and say this, y'all? Her mama said, while we was on the way out the door, she said, I don't even know why you're with Jada, because you talk about her like a dog. You don't even like her. Oh, really? So first of all, it was one thing to hear it from a rando girl, or one thing to peep energy that I didn't know, conspiracies. But coming from your mama, come on now, girl. Y'all, this hurt me to the core. I was so hurt when I heard that.
Cut the show. I'm done.
It was confirmation of everything that's been going on. And it was just like, that was undeniable proof. And I had already been telling God, like, God, I know, I see signs. Y'all, you know this is my best friend. You know how much I love her. I am not going to leave her alone until you show me a clear indication that this girl is not for me. This is coming straight from your mother, from your mama mouth. Y'all, I can't believe this. This was insane. And let me tell you what happened. So after she said that, after the mama said that, the girl, she was rushing out. She trying to rush out. Nah, you know what? You don't even know what you're talking about. And she kind of brushed it to the side, and she was like, "Come on, Jada, let's go. Like, let's go." And in my head, y'all, I remember just shutting down. Like, in my head, I'm just shutting down, because it was just like, that was it. That was a sign that I needed. This was the indication. It's wraps. Me and this girl, this is done. Like, it's wraps. And one thing about me, y'all, I'm a Taurus. So when things are wraps, they're wraps. Like, this was it. It was like, y'all know that Mariah Carey song? It's a wrap for you, bet. That was playing in my head. I'm like, it's a wrap.
Leave the singing to the rest of us, sis, okay? But this story time was so crazy, and you always have to watch out for friends like that make little snotty comments, especially in front of people. Those are the ones that you have to watch, because there's no reason why you should be trying to publicly embarrass me and we're best friends. You understand what I'm saying? And you want to keep calling me bougie, but you want to keep asking me for shit. Which one is it? Because at that point, it makes it seem like, yeah, I may be bougie, but you like it when I'm bougie, when it benefits you. That's what I'm getting from that, you know? Everybody is different. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Have y'all ever had a jealous best friend or somebody that just played their role super well? I have. I can do a story time on that if y'all want me to. Just let me know. But yeah, this is about all I have for y'all in regards to the jealous best friends. I just need y'all to stay vigilant and pay attention. Everybody is not for you, and everybody does not mean you well, okay? So y'all drop down in the comments and let me know y'all experience, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.